Here we're going to be looking at how to use the StatsCrunch for solving some of the binomial formula problems. So we'll be using exercise number 36 as an example, and then next we'll be using number 38. So exercise number 36 on page 220, we have 72 adults have reported they have security concerns about online banking. We want to know what is the probability that among 30 randomly selected adults, exactly 20 will have security concerns. And we want to know, is that an unusually low number to have security concerns? So again, we need to begin by identifying what we know. So if we're looking at this information, let's plug this over into our n, which represents our number of trials, our x, which is the specific number of trials we're interested in, and then p, we're setting p as security concerns, as that is our focus, and q then is not having security concerns. So take a moment and identify how you'd move these pieces over, and when you finish with that, then click on the video and move on to the next part and we'll check it. Okay, your n would be equal to 30, so we have exactly 30 randomly selected adults, so that's our n, our number of trials. X is 20, because that's what we've been given to, so we have exactly 20 who will have security concerns. That's what we want to look at. So then, moving on, looking at that from our probabilities, we're going to see that our P, security concerns, is 0.72, drawn from the 72% that we had reported previously. And then we set Q, those having no security concerns, are going to be 1 minus 0.72, which gives us 0.28. So now that we have all these pieces, let's look at taking this and plugging it into StatsCrunch. So first, you're going to need to open up to get in StatsCrunch. So go to StatsCrunch, then select Stats, Calculations, and Binomial. And once you have that, you should get a dialog box that looks something like this. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is figure out how we need to enter in each of these pieces correctly into our box for our calculations. So here we go. N goes for our n, as you can see here, n equals 30, so that's pretty straightforward. Our x here is going to be 20. Notice that we want to know exactly 20. So we're going to set our p of x is 20, and we're going to set the formula amount as equals. So if you look on here where you have it in orange, if you click on that on your StatsCrunch, you'll see that actually produces a drop-down menu where you can set it to equal to, less than, greater than, or equal to. So you want to be sure that you're setting that correctly. It's really easy to get all your numbers entered incorrectly and have that set and then hit it to compute without first making sure that you've got the correct formula component there. So, and then our last part here is P, so security concerns 0.72. So notice we don't solve for Q when we're using the StatsCrunch software, we're only solving for the P. So once we have that set and we run it, here's our answer, 0.1247391, which rounds up to 0.125. So now that we have that, we need to answer our next question, which is that an unusually low number to have security concerns about online banking? Now, how are we going to set? Well, we're going to set this using our rare event rule, where we're going to take 0.125, and we're going to determine if it is less than or equal to 0.05. Is this an accurate statement? Yes or no? It is not an accurate statement, so no, this is not an unusually low number. This concludes our first tutorial looking at using the StatsCrunch for the binomial. Please make sure you complete the second one as well, as we look at a particularly complex problem there.